Jai Hind students, welcome to the physics class. I hope all of you are fine at your home. Last time we discussed about the scalar product or the dot product of two vectors. What we discussed during last time is that if we are having two vectors A dot B, its result was AB cos theta. Here is the vector B and here is the vector A, and theta is the angle between A and B. The result of this product was a scalar quantity, and today we are going to discuss another type of product that is called the cross product or vector product. Why it is called the cross product? Let me tell you the reason. Again, let us say we are having two vectors. One vector is A, another vector is B. Let us say angle between these vectors is theta, vector A and vector B. Why it is cross product? Because it is represented by cross, A cross B. Why it is vector product? You will come to know. A cross B. This A cross B, that is the cross product of two vectors, is defined as a vector whose magnitude is equal to product of magnitude of vectors. I have written magnitude of one vector, magnitude of another vector, and their multiplication, sine of angle between them, and a unit vector which is perpendicular to both A and B. Now how? What is the direction of this unit vector? Let us say we are having the vector A and vector B. The unit direction of unit vector is given by the right hand thumb rule. What we do, we keep our right hand on the vector A and we curve these fingers in the direction of vector B. Then the direction of thumb, it gives the direction of the unit vector. What do you do? Keep your right hand here and curve your fingers to the vector B. Then the direction of thumb, it will give the direction of unit vector. So direction of unit vector, it is the outward normal. So this marker is giving the direction of the unit vector. So the direction of unit vector, it is given by the right hand thumb rule. So what is the dot product? It is a scalar quantity. What is the cross product? It is a vector quantity because it is having direction. Now there are a number of the examples which follows the vector product. For example, torque, angular momentum. It can be also expressed as a cross product that you will study in the later chapters of your syllabus. So A cross B, it is magnitude of A multiplied by magnitude of B, sine of the angle between them, n cap. N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both A and B. Now here this is perpendicular to both A and B. Now let us do the properties of this cross product. What are the properties of the cross product? First property is that A cross B, it equals to minus of B cross A. What does it mean? It means that this cross product is anti-commutative. What is the meaning of the term commutative? Commutative means that if we change the vectors, order of vector, but there is no effect on the result. But here there is effect on the result. How? Let me define you. Now A cross B, it is magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and sine of angle between A and B. N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both. If I say B cross A, what it is? Magnitude of B multiplied by magnitude of A sine of angle. What is the sine of angle? If you look at this, let us say theta is the angle. Now, what is theta is the say angle between B and A. If you look at the angle between B and A and B, it is anti-clockwise. Whereas when you come from the B to A, it is clockwise. And clockwise angle is always negative. So we will take this angle as minus theta n cap. So it can be written as BA. It can be written as magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B, and remember minus sine minus theta is minus sine theta n cap. And what this is? A cross B. What this is? A cross B. Why? You can take minus here, vector A, magnitude of vector B, sine of theta n cap. So what this is? This is minus A cross B. So that's why what I have written, this dot product, this cross product is anti-commutative, but dot product was commutative. That is A dot B was equal to the B dot A. The second point is that A cross vector B plus C, it is equal to A cross B plus A cross C. What is this property? Distributive. So this property says that this property is the say distributive property. So we can say cross product of two vectors follows the distributive law. Third is, if I say A cross A vector A plus B cross vector C plus D, what it will be equal to? You can say it equals to vector A cross C plus vector A cross D. Vector A cross C and vector A cross D. Now it is a term of vector B. Vector B cross C, again vector B cross D. So what does it mean? It means that cross product, it is associative. Cross product is associative, right? Next property is, I think these are very simple. Let's move to the next property. Next property of the cross product is, we have done, let us say fourth property, that if these are the axis, x-axis, y-axis, and thus is z-axis, let us say this is I cap, j cap, and the k cap. I cap, j cap, k cap, I, j, k are the unit vectors along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. Then what is I cross j? I cross j, it is equal to magnitude of I 1 multiplied by magnitude of I. Again it is 1, and sine of angle. What is the sine of angle? Angle is 90 degree. Because I is along x-axis and j is along y-axis. and a unit vector which is perpendicular to both. So put your right hand here. If you turn it from this, what you will have? Unit vector which is directed outwards, and this axis is the z axis that I am representing by marker. It is just for the representation point of view, but in actual practice this z axis, it is directed towards the marker here and also behind the whiteboard. So what is the value of the unit vector which is perpendicular to I and j? It is k. So I can say 1 1 sin 91. So it is k cap. I can say I cross j cap, it is equal to the k cap. If I say j cross I, what is j cross I? Magnitude of j is 1, I is also 1, and what is the angle between them? If you move from this y to x, the angle is clockwise. So this angle is minus 90 k cap. So you can say minus k cap. There is also other way of explaining that. If you don't want to use this minus 90 degree, you can say this is j cross I. Definitely magnitudes are 1. If you say it is sine 90, then what you can say? What you do? Keep your right hand here. I have kept my right hand. Move from the j to I to I. Curl your fingers from j to I. They are in this way. And my thumb, it is now into the whiteboard. My thumb is directing behind the whiteboard. Earlier it was outwards. Now here it is inwards, and this vector is minus k. So I can also write in this way. Both are correct. So it's my answer is minus k. So what can I say? I can say j cross I cap is minus k. Similarly, you can say, let's move in a cycle. I cross j. What will come after j? K. We can say j cross k is I cap, and k cross j is minus I cap. Right? And what is the third one? K cross I, it is j. And what will be I cross k? It is minus j. So how to learn? Let us say you just represent I, j, k. If you move in a cycle, I to j, answer will be k. J to k, answer will be I, and k to I, answer will be j. But if you have reversed the direction, if you move from the I to k, arrow is reversed, so answer will be minus j. K to j, answer will be minus I, and j to I, answer will be minus k. So what this is the say? Minus I, j, k. Alright? So this is the say fourth point. Let's move to the fifth point. In the fifth point is, if I say I cross I, magnitude of I is 1, magnitude of I is 1. What is the angle between I vector and I vector? 0. And n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to this, so you can say answer is 0 vector. Similarly, j cross j, it is 0, and k cross k, it is 0. Alright? So these 2 points are very, very important. Sixth condition is that A cross A, it will be 0 because theta is 0. Because theta is 0. Number 7, A cross B. Before that, let me tell you, if vector A and B are parallel, what does it mean? This is vector A and this is vector B. Both are parallel. What will happen? A cross B, it will be 0. Why? Because theta is 0. 8th point. What is the magnitude of A cross B? Magnitude of A multiplied with magnitude of B, sine of the theta. Because magnitude of unit vector is 1. Right? 9th is, what is the maximum? Right? 9th is, what is the maximum value of the A cross B? Maximum value of the A cross B is AB sine theta. So this is the maximum value of the A cross B. And for maximum value, theta should be 90 degree and 90 is 1. So maximum value is A vector A multiplied by the magnitude of the, say, vector B. Now, after that, let us do an important point. That point is geometrical interpretation of cross product of 2 vectors. So what is the geometrical interpretation of cross product of 2 vectors? What is the significance? What you can do with the help of the, say, cross product? So let us do it. Is a very simple. Let us say we are having 2 vectors. Let us say we are having 2 vectors. One vector is, this is the, say, vector B, and this is the, say, vector A, and theta is the angle between them. Right? Can I draw a parallelogram with the help of this? Yes, we can draw. What we will do, draw a line parallel to vector A. This is parallel to vector A. Draw a line parallel to vector B. Let us say this is parallel to vector B. If I attach the direction, what will happen in this case? In this case, it will become vector A, and this dotted, it will become vector B. If I say that this is PQRS, question, geometrical interpretation of vector product. What is geometrical interpretation of the vector product? Let us say geometrical interpretation. Let me find the, no, my target is, what is the area of parallelogram PQRS? You will say base multiplied by height. It is the base multiplied by the height. What is the base? Is PQ, and what is the height? Here we don't have height. So what we will do? We will make its height. We will do some construction. Draw ST perpendicular to PQ. So what is the height? Height is ST. What we did? Draw ST perpendicular to PQ. So ST is height here. Now what is the area of the parallelogram? This is parallelogram PQRS. Now what is PQ? It is magnitude of vector A. What is ST? Let's check it out. What is ST? Now in triangle PTS, it's a right angle triangle. This angle is 90 degree. ST upon PS. ST is perpendicular and PS is base, hypotenuse. So it will be sine theta. So what is ST? ST is PS sine theta. And what is PS? PS is B. So ST is B sine theta. That is magnitude of B. Vector B is sine theta. So I can say magnitude of vector B sine theta. What is this? You can say area of parallelogram. What is the name of parallelogram? PQRS. It is magnitude of A cross B. So what does it mean? It means that area of parallelogram is given by magnitude of cross product of two vectors. Whenever these vectors are multiplied like cross product, what it will give? It will give the area of the say parallelogram. Now what I am going to do in this figure, let me draw one more figure. Let us say again this is let us say this is vector B and here it is vector A. What I am going to do, again draw a line parallel to vector A, parallel to vector B, right? So this is PQRS. This angle is theta. So what I'm going to do, let me join PR. Let me join PR. I have joined PR. This is again vector P and this is again vector A. Right? If this is theta, this angle is also the theta. Right? Now if I say area of triangle PQR, you will say it is a half area of parallelogram PQRS, because a diagonal of a triangle, it splits diagonal of a parallelogram. It divides it into the two triangles which are having same area that you have studied. So I can say this is half cross product of A and B, their magnitude. Right, from here I have, because area of parallelogram is magnitude of cross product of A and B, so this is half A cross B magnitude. Similarly, if you say that area of the other triangle PRS, it is again half A cross B. So what is the geometrical interpretation of cross product? Cross product of two vectors, it gives the area of parallelogram provided the sides they are representing by the vectors. Right, so this is the say geometrical interpretation of the say vector product. Now in the last we are going to do how we can find the cross product in terms of the Cartesian coordinates. Alright, 11th point, cross product in terms of the Cartesian coordinates. Let us do this. Eleventh, cross product in terms of Cartesian coordinates. How you can represent the cross product in terms of the Cartesian coordinates? Let us say vector A, it equals to AX I cap, AY j cap and AZ k cap. Vector B is BX I cap, BY j cap, BZ k cap. Right? So let me find A cross B. So what it will be? AX I cap, AY j cap, AZ k cap cross BX I cap, BY j cap, BZ k cap. Let us find out. Now, first I will multiply AX I cap with vector B, that is BX I cap, BY j cap, BZ k cap one by one. So first I am multiplying this with this BX I cap. It can be written as AX I cap cross BX I cap plus, now turn off AXI with BY j cap. Let me do AX I cap cross BY j cap. After that I will multiply AX I cap with BZ k cap. So AX I cap cross BZ k cap. Right? Now after this I will do AY j cap with whole vector. So first I am going to multiply with this plus AY j cap cross BX I cap, right? Plus, now with DYJ, AY j cap cross BY j cap plus with this BZ, AY j cap cross BZ k cap. So this is multiplied. Now let us do the third term with this AZ k cap. AZ k cap I will do with BX I cap cross BX I cap plus AZ k cap, now with bx j cap, cross bx j cap, now with az k cap with bz k cap, az k cap cross bz k cap. I think now you can do this. Let's find out. I cross I, it is 0. That we have done. I cross j, it is k cap. I can say ax by k cap. And what is ki? K cross I? J. But here I cross k out of sequence. So it is minus j. So I can say ax bz. This is minus I cap. Now with this second plus, now j cross I j k, they are in sequence. Now it is out of sequence. So what is j cross I? What is missing k? It will minus k. ay bx minus k cap, and j cross j 0. So very good, 0 is there, so no need to multiply completely. Now it is j cross k in sequence. So what is missing? I is missing. So it is I cap. Plus az bx. Ki it's in sequence. So what is missing? J cap plus az bx k cross j. J k are in sequence, k cross j out of sequence, so it will minus I cap, and here k cross k 0. Now what you do? We are having two terms of I cap, two terms of j cap, and two terms of the k cap. Here it is xz, and here it will be minus j cap, because here it is I cross k, k is missing now, so it is minus j cap. So let us solve this. Now let us take I cap common. What is in I cap? Ay bz and where it is again minus I cap, minus az bx. If you look yz are in sequence. Here only the subscripts are changed. In place of ay bz, we are having az bx, just interchanged. yz a z by. So I have taken this term and this term. So here it should be by, right? Now term of the j cap, where you are having j cap, minus ax bz and az bx. So I can say j cap is az bx minus ax bz. Now let us move for the k. this k is k cap ay bx minus k and ax by, so I can say ax by minus ay bx. Now how you will remember this? It is very simple to remember. Let me tell you this is A cross B. You can remember this by I cap. It is x-axis, so move to yz and again interchange this az by plus j cap along y-axis. So remove the term of y-axis, az bx minus ax bz plus k cap. What it will be? Z-axis term, remove z-axis term, ax by minus ay bx. So in this way you can remember this, right? So let us do some questions based on the cross product. What is the question? Question is, you are given two vectors, one is a I cap plus j cap plus k cap and vector b is 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 2k cap. Find a cross b. Let's check it out. What is the formula of the a cross b? Formula of the a cross b is I cap ay bz minus az by plus j cap. Neglect y axis term, it will be az by minus ay bz plus k cap. Neglect z axis term, ax by minus ay bx. So let us do I cap. What is ay? Ay is 1. And what is az? 2. And what is az? 1. And what is by? It's 2 plus j cap. What is j cap? Az. Again it is 1. And what is by? It's 2. And what is ay? 1. And what is bz? 2 plus k cap. Now what is ax? 1. And what is by? 2 minus ay? 1. And what is bx? 2. So what is the answer? Answer is I cap but 0, j cap 0, k cap 0. So answer is 0 vector. So what you can say, if you are having a vector a and b such that vector a is k times vector b, where k can be any number, under root 3, 2, 4, minus 1, minus 2. In that case, you will have a cross b is 0. So whenever you find vectors are having this relation, you can write directly that a cross b is 0. Right? Because these are either parallel or anti-parallel vector. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.